We all know that having high quality gaming equipment is one of the best ways to drastically improve your skill in Fortnite competitive. Today I'll be taking you through exactly that equipment and what you should get for a budget, mid-range and high-end option. We'll go over keyboards, mice, headsets and much more. But guys, before we get started, I've got two things to ask of you. First, if you have enjoyed this video and do think you are going to enjoy it, please remember to hit the subscribe button down below. Second of all, if you are thinking of buying any of this equipment, please remember to use my links. This is called an Amazon affiliate link, so I get a little bit of back, and this helps support the channel so much. Thank you guys so much. We're going to start with the best budget keyboard you can get, and in my opinion, this is the GK61. The GK61 is usually around $50, but you can get it on sale for around $40, which is a really good price for a keyboard of this quality. I actually have this one personally, so I can tell you that it has some really nice RGB. The build quality on it is also insane for this price point, so I would highly recommend you guys picking it up. It does have quite a simple design, but this is kind of what you expect when getting a keyboard for this price. It's also a 60% keyboard and has a 1 millisecond response time, which is again about the best you can get for this price point. You may wonder why you don't buy cheaper than this if you don't have the funds. Well, this is because any cheaper than this, the keyboard will have extremely bad quality, horrible response time, horrible actuation time, and just feels bad and breaks down very easily. So in my opinion, if you do need to go cheaper, I would go with a cheaper switch on the GK61. These usually knock off $10 to $20 off the full price, and it can be pretty good for those of you who don't have the necessary funds to purchase the GK61. It will still be amazing even if you aren't using the top switches. However, if money isn't a problem though, go with the Gateron red switches or the silver ones, which are the best possible but cost a little bit more. Moving on to our high-end keyboard, and this is one I can't stress enough for you guys. I love this keyboard. Of course, it's the Wooting 60HE. This keyboard is just insane. It's got beautiful adjustable actuation time, meaning you can adjust the actuation time on each individual key from anywhere between 0.1 milliseconds and 4 milliseconds. It also features rapid trigger, a feature that literally feels like cheating. It changes the actuation and deactivation point, meaning keys always activate and deactivate when you actually intend them to. It basically means you can repeat a key press mid-motion without the keyboard needing to reset the actuation. Clicks on this keyboard honestly feel beautiful, and it's only really replicable when you try it for yourself. With most equipment, the before and after isn't that crazy, but with this, as mentioned before, it's like legal cheating and gives a huge comp advantage in how fast you can edit, making it feel like you've shaved 5 or more ping off your usual ping. The software that they have is also extremely polished and very easy for you guys to understand and use. Enough of that, let's move on to the best budget mouse. In my and many other people's opinion, the best budget mouse is the Darmoshark M3. Now, this is because the Darmoshark M3 is extremely good, and especially for the price point, which is $40, it's going to help you out a lot, especially with all the features I'll mention in a moment. It weighs in at only 58 grams, which is extremely good for most mice. It's also got more than 85 hours of battery life if you prefer not to play wired. However, I do play wired on this mouse as I feel like charging it or it breaking in the middle of the tournament would be a huge pain. In my personal opinion, it's my favourite shape you can actually get for a mouse, which for $40 makes me like this mouse even more. It also has a really simple to use program associated with it to configure DPI, RGB and more. It also has a 30-day refund and a 1-year warranty on it, so you know you're gonna get your money's worth. Next, we move on to the best mouse money can buy, and that is the Razer Viper V3 Pro. This mouse is truly insane, especially for the price point. However, it is fairly expensive at around $160, but it's more than worth the price. It's got quite a medium size. It fits most hand sizes perfectly and with maximum comfort. This is something I highly value in a mouse. You can't be having crazy good sessions of Fortnite playing with a little crappy old mouse. It makes it so uncomfortable and so much less fun to grind the game. It's also got very reliable clicks, its scroll wheel and side button. Perfect for me as I require my building to be on there, which gives me top performance in the game. Every aspect of this mouse is very solid and extremely durable. It's also got a very good color choices and very good aesthetics on it. It honestly looks great and feels great, and for $160, it is nothing better that you can get. Alright, moving on to the headsets now with our first budget headset. For the budget headset, I've gone with the HyperX Cloud 2. This is going to give you top quality sounds, while also being extremely comfy to wear in long sessions, tournaments, or scrims. It also comes with a fairly high quality built-in mic if you prefer that. The built-in mic is probably better than some of the low-end mics that I would have suggested, except I don't have enough time. However, it also helps with comp gaming a lot more than people think. A lot of people don't really care about their audio, but it is honestly such an advantage to have this perfect audio with you. It also has 100% memory foam earpads, which is just so enjoyable to wear. It comes with all of this for only $80, which is truly unreal and one of the best pickups you can get to improve your skill drastically in Fortnite. Now we move on to the high-end headset, which is the Acetone A-Rise. This keyboard, like the Wooting 68G, is quite literally close to cheating. It enhances footsteps through the company's algorithm, which makes it so much easier to hear opponents further away and louder than normally possible. It is insane in endgame and fights. It again feels like cheating. It has a built-in mic with fighter jet microphone technology. The Acetone A-Rise built-in mic has a noise-cancelling mic with fighter jet tech, which focuses exclusively on the player's voice and filters out any outside noise for seamless team comms and game coordination. The app is also very easy to understand and handle with ease. It does all of this for only $175, which is the best pickup you can get, as it quite literally, for the third time, feels like cheating. This headset used to be priced so much higher. I watched a Marin TM video quite a while ago, where he suggested this one as well. However, it was around the $800 mark. It has gone down so much. I don't think anyone's realised, so I urge you guys to please pick this product up. Now, it's time to move on to monitors. For Fortnite, no one is running a 4K monitor, as it's quite literally a disadvantage, as your PC would need to work extremely hard to render all those pixels, and I don't think even a triple 4090 PC would be able to run a 4K monitor at around 240 FPS. I might be wrong, but trust me, it's not going to look good. So, what does this tell us? Well, this tells us that the best specs for a gaming monitor for Fortnite are refresh rate and hertz. Refresh rate is the number of times per second your screen or monitor updates with a new image every second. This means if you're running stable 240 FPS but only have a 60Hz monitor, you're only seeing 60 or 1/4 of the frames your PC is generating. That also means that if your PC is running 144 FPS, there's no reason to get a 240Hz monitor, as it'll be completely useless. Realistically, 360Hz is what you want, but also definitely not what you need. The step up from 240 to 360 is quite large, but for the price point, it's better to step up from something like 144 to 240, or even 180 or 165. For my budget monitor, I've gone with kind of a controversial pick. This is the KTC 24.5 inch. Because of all the things I'll state in a moment, I have to recommend this monitor, even over some of the other monitors that pros or other people may tell you. Firstly, it runs 180Hz, which is literally unbeatable at this price point. It also has a 1 millisecond response time, which is the best possible for the amount this thing costs. I've seen monitors twice or 3 times at the price with this same response time. Speaking of price, this monitor only costs $100 at the moment if you act fast, as I believe a sale is running at the moment, but I believe it goes back to around $110 or $120. It also has surprisingly good colour and displays colours through HDR10. It also has G-Sync and FreeSync enableable, which although is not too important for Fortnite, is definitely great for a huge amount of other games. Moving on to the high-end monitor, I cannot recommend this thing anymore. The best high-end monitor is definitely the Alienware AW2523HF, which is a long name, but believe me, it's pretty good. It's 24.5 inches, which is basically perfect for playing Fortnite. I play on 27, but I feel like the jump down 24.5 isn't going to be too bad. It also has 360Hz, which as mentioned earlier is just insane. If you were wondering why this was the one I chose, it's because you don't really need to go any above this. Monitors past this performance can become a bit too big and expensive and even lose out on a bit of response time. Honestly, you don't really need more than 360Hz. Only a larger monitor could be better, but I don't feel like it's worth it for the extra $100 to $200 you'd be spending. This makes the game feel truly unreal, and speaking of that, this monitor features 0.5 millisecond response time, which cuts the response time on most monitors in half. With this technology at your fingertips, I would say to maybe even break the budget a little bit and buy it, as it will make grinding and those super long sessions feel truly beautiful. It's very expensive at $375, but if you want truly unmatched performance, then this is the way to go. Alright guys, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for sticking to the end if you have gotten to this point. And please remember to like, subscribe, comment, as it helps me out a ton. We're nearly on our road to 500 subscribers, and once we get there, we'll be close to our 1,000 subscriber goal, which will allow us to get monetized.